welcome back to another video. Well, this week I'm just having a quick smoke, but it's electric. I've finally stopped the fags. About 3 days now, and well, I've got the old patch, and I have a puff of that now and again. It ain't too bad, I suppose, but it's not the same, is it? Anyway, let's get on with the old yap today. Thanks to all the new subscribers, as usual. You know, all the new people that's tuned in. Welcome with open arms. Glad you enjoy the videos. A few nice comments. I'll give a few mentions to quite a few people here. Barry Shaxson, Mike Stewart, Flying Valiant, Steve Adams 96, Paul Robinson, all the way from Neighbours again, 1968 Concord, Jeff Ross, Bert M, Rehearsal Pete, Rab W, and Mark Brock. I mean, that's just a few of many, so I can't say everybody, as you know. But anyway, let's get on. Few comments received this week on the old the Bluebird. God, what a thing this! Before we get on, what a thing this is getting now. You've got to wear masks in the shop. Oh, I tell you what, it's getting really out of hand. I tell you what, you know what's going to happen now because of this. Do you remember when you used to go in a bank and you used to see the signs up there? Take your helmet off, or don't wear any face coverings. That's what's going to happen now, isn't it? All these bank robbers and shoplifters and muggers, they're going to have a field day, ain't they? Because everybody wears masks. They're not going to look suspicious anymore, are they? So, you know, you go out, get mugged by somebody. Who's going to know? They'll look on the CCTV. Oh, don't know who that is. Got a mask on. You know? What a stupid law to bring in, that you've got to wear a mask when you go into a shop. Oh, is it just asking for trouble, isn't it? You wait. That's the next thing. That's what's going to happen now. People's going to start getting bloody. There's going to be a spate of bloody robberies in a minute, because people ain't going to be seen to be suspicious if they're wearing face coverings, because it's law to wear a mask now. Oh, I've had enough of it. I really have. Anyway, let's get back to the subject. It's just that this is running me down, all this bloody virus, bloody stuff. It's gone on too long now. It's about time they packed it in and had enough of it. Anyway, let's get on and do some comments. Dean Briggs: hi Bob, good trick with the old wheels, you old so and so. Beautiful resto, well chosen colour, lovely end result. Hope the missus is doing well. Till next time, keep safe, both of you. Cheers, Bob. Cheers, Dean. Thanks for that. Ralph Coolin, he's been catching up on a few of my videos, I think. Hi Bob, just a quick question. Do I lacquer the vehicles before I detail them with the chrome paint, or do I chrome them before the lacquer? No. I always chrome them after I've lacquered the actual, you know, model, because when you lacquer over that stuff, I don't know if it makes any difference if you leave it for quite a long time, but I found that when I lacquer over, I've left it for like 3 or 4 days, lacquered over it, and it's gone like a dull, normal silver colour. You lose the chromeness a bit, so I don't do it now. I just paint it on afterwards. That's the old Molotov I'm talking about. He's just I've just realised how much work you guys put into the videos you do. Yeah, there is quite a bit of work, mate, I tell you. He's just stripped down a little Bedford tipper. It took him nearly half an hour just once it stripped the paint off, just to get it up shiny and all polished, like, you know, with the wire brush. And once he got out the caustic soda, thumbs up to you, Martin, Marty, and Rob for the work you do on YouTube videos. Thanks, Ralph Gooden. Thank you. Thanks very much, Ralph. Gary Rourke, great save on the wheels. Bet this model really got played with by kids. All of them are probably just beat up. Looks terrific now. Way to go, Bob. Thanks, Gary. Curtis Armstrong, another fun model, Bob. I can't even read. Another fun model, Bob. Ingenious with the buttons. It's nice to see a simple model put together. Gives hope to the rest of us simpletons. Lots of laughs. I'm looking forward to another Batmobile. Have you ever done some military vehicles? Stay safe, mate. Well, yeah, I have done I did do that Jeep back along, didn't I? The US Army Dinky 635, I think it is. I did tell you to have a look at that. I don't know if you have, but yeah, that's the only one. I'm not really into military stuff, but you know, if it's there, if I ever had any sent to me, I'd do it. I'm like, you know, but I'm not really into military things. Anyway, let's get on with this. Eamon Connolly. Hi Bob, I don't usually add any comments. In fact, this is the first. However, I really enjoyed your videos and your work. You seem like a very nice chap, and my lockdown period in Ireland would not have been as nice without your cheery manner, chit chat and nice illustrations. You're very creative. God, my head's getting bigger now. And very skillful when it comes to fabricating solutions. I'm certain that I don't have the ability, though I wish I had. I can perhaps add something in the way of input by observing that the double flags on the Bluebird should be both Union Jacks. Yeah, I don't understand this, because I got that decal off of Google, and all it was is a picture from some other person who's selling these decals for that model, and all I did was tidy it up a bit. So it wasn't intentional to put like an American and an English flag there from me. That's just the actual image that I found. So I mean, I have seen them with the American and the English flags. Whether they sort of sold them with different decals on some of them, I don't know. Nevertheless, super restoration, great choice of paint shade, and those wheels are genius. My very best to you and Mrs. Willis. Amen. Thanks, Amen. Gaza P. I can hear Steve Flores screaming as he sees your great money-saving tip on the wheels. Lovely job. Yeah, because I use a buttons, don't I? Well, we're going to pay £1.35 for a little plastic wheel. You know, it's ridiculous. I mean, something like that should be like 50p each, or even 40p each. It's not that difficult to print a little plastic wheel off, is it? Or punch a little plastic wheel out. Mick Keane, great resto again, Bob. The colour adds to the model's character and looks more vibrant. You and the missus stay safe. Can't wait for the mischievous imp. Haha. Oh yeah, I showed the imp tonight in last week's Yap. The little Hillman imp police car. Don't worry, that'll be coming up soon. Fraser Martin, cunning plan. The wheels are mostly covered by the wheel pods anyway. Well, yeah, that's what I thought. You ain't gonna notice it very much. Excellent idea. Thanks, mate. Graham Mummery, top job again, Bob. The wheel replacement OS, sheer genius. So glad to hear the missus is doing well. Take care, both of you. Thanks a lot, Graham. Derek Rowe, I've got 3 of these, all different shades of blue. For a vehicle that was famous for its colour, Corgi didn't make much of an effort to be consistent. They never do on anything, do they? I mean, I think they just pick anything out sometimes. There is a museum near to me with a section dedicated to Donald Campbell. Awesome to see some of the vehicles he had, even when they aren't original. This has always been a favourite castle of mine. Great idea using the buttons for the wheels, and I like the colour. Fairly close match to the one shade of the shades Corgi used. Hope you and your good lady keep well. I'm taking a bit of time reading this because it's a bit smaller on the bottom. I had to print it a bit smaller to get it on one bit of paper. Anyway, crap old Nick, lovely explanation, Bob. I had one of these when I was a kid, but now missing the canopy and the little man. It's also got metal wheels with rubber tires. Oh, it must be a different model then, which are original. Your decals look the business too. Cool little restoration. Pleased to hear your missus is making good progress. You both take care. All the best, Nick. Thank you very much, Nick. I watched your video the other night, by the way, with your car, your Ford Prefect. Very nice motor. And last but not least, But Rogers. Nice job, Bob. I'm a new subscriber who came across you when watching Rob at Matchbox Garage. I like both of you for your commentary and gentle humour. Well, thanks a lot, But. Or should I call you Buck? Bleep, bleep, bleep. That's the old tweaky, in it. Anyway, well, that's it. Really, that's it for this week. That's enough yak and yakety yak. don't go back coasters, remember them? I'm rattling on again. That's it, yeah. This week it's the Dinky Ford Escort. Mr. Ian Hulley sent me this one, and I took it back to being a Panda car because I quite like that. So without further ado, till next week, I'll see you then. Let's get on with it. Bye bye. Right then guys, this is today's model. It's well, I think it's the 270 Ford Escort Panda car, police Panda car, Dinky, and this is sent in by Ian Hulley again. He actually sent me a load of spares what he didn't want anymore, and this here was included, so I thought, well, we'll get around and we'll get on with this one. So what I'm going to do this one today, folks, is we're going to take it back to the like it used to look, the police Panda car. So let's get on with it. Right then guys, as you saw, this is going to be today's job. Ian Hulley, thanks again mate. I think he might have done this one himself, because he sent me a load of stuff like and old spare bits, and this here was with it, and I found this in the box of spares what he must have took off of here, because that had a real vinyl roof on it, and I thought, well, surely that thing is for this here, and I peeled the vinyl off. As you can see, there's a little bit stuck there and all that, but I suppose he must have owned something like this and he wanted to make it look like it, you know. But I found out that does actually go on the top, and I did. Well, I've only pushed it in, I haven't glued it, but it doesn't want to come out now. It's a bit of a tight fit actually. But anyway, this one's going to be easy to take apart because it's a Dinky and it's one of the screw together ones. So we'll take this thing to pieces and we'll make a start and get it back into service as a police car. Now I have got some decals. I'm not sure if they're the right ones for the doors, but I didn't have any decals for the top thing on the top, so I have printed some, and that's going to be for the old police thing on the top. I'm not sure I've done them too big, but we'll soon find out when it comes to putting them on. If I have, I'll have to do another lot a bit smaller, but anyway, I'll go with them at the moment. This one here just lifts up like that, and if you look at the back, it locked into that piece, so that comes off. I'm not going to do anything to the base plate because the base plate looks pretty good. He's obviously sprayed that up himself, and that looks a really good, you know, good job on that. So I'm not gonna mess around with that. Now, this comes out here. You've got to take the doors. You've got to open the doors to get this out, I think, or you've got to take the doors out first. I can't remember now. I can't even get my bloody sausage fingers in there. Open. Right, there we go. Yeah, they just lift out like that. Look, see. One of these doors has got a little bit of a break on it. I'm not sure which one it is now. Oh, it's that one. If you look, I don't know if you can see it. If I zoom, can you see that little crack there? Look, right down there. He's got a crack all the way around, so I'll most probably put some of that epoxy on that when I've got this stripped, and then just sand that down to get that fixed again, because these are, you know, if that breaks off, that's going to be a pain in the backside to try and repair that properly. Right, this just lifts out. I'm not sure, but I might have to respray this interior. I'm not sure yet, because you've got the, you know, where it's been painted, there was a bit of wood stuff stuck on there. Bloody focus on this thing. The steering wheel will have to come out, obviously, but that'll stick back in. It's a bit wobbly anyway, so I should just pull that out. Bonnet just pops off, just drops in there like, well, it goes around there like. If I can get it, there he goes. Boot's the same, that just hitches in the back. Glass. The only thing with the glass is it's a bit, there's a bit of a nick. Bit of a scratch there, like if you can see it. There's a very fine crack there. But there's not much I can do about that. I can just shine it up and get it, you know, it ain't too bad apart from that. But I mean, you know, at a later date I could always get another piece of glass, because you can unscrew this one. Right, what have I done with this? Oh, there's tape on the inside, that's why that thing won't come off properly. So if I can get that out, pull that tape out. Get all this out of the way. Yeah, then that thing should come out a bit easier then. Because there is another hole that side up, but I shan't bother with that hole because I've only got one pin on the actual thing anyway. So I should be able to push it out now. Come on. He is coming, but hang on. I need a blade. I'll use my Stanley blade, that's a bit of a stronger blade. Get that underneath. Just to prise it up. There it is, and there it goes, on the floor. As everything ever does when I'm doing things, everything ends up on the bloody floor. Usually I can't find anything. But I found it this time. 9 times out of 10 it all goes on the floor. Right, anyway, get back to where we were. Put all this out the way now. That can go aside for a minute because I've got to check on Google to see what colour this is meant to be, because look, there's all things drawn on there and everything, see. So steering wheel, will he pop out? Should do. I want me little tweezers again now. That puts these things away and then I want them again. Right. Come on baby, out you come. There he comes. There, that's that one out. That's the out of the bloody way. Right. See, all this is going to have to be sprayed again, I think, because you know it's not meant to be that colour, is it really? Or is it? I'm not sure. It ain't going to hurt to have a flash over anyway. So we'll put that aside for now. Put the glass aside, that ain't too bad. Keep all that out of the way, the screws, and keep that one up there. I might actually put the transfers on here before fitting that back, because it might be a lot easier actually for me to get the right size, and then I could flash it over with a bit of lacquer to seal them in, and then plonk it out on the top of the car afterwards with a bit of glue. It might be easier to do that. Right, all this got to be stripped in the old, well, we'll use the hot dog jar again. Rob's Matchbox Garage hot dog jar. It's on loan at the moment. Yeah. So that's going to be the next bit. So that's going to be chucked in now. Right, we've got the kettle boiled. Let's put the old hot water in, and let's see what happens. Just, oh, that was bloody hot. Touched my hand on it then. I got a bit of the bloody caustic soda stuck in this. I use it as a cap now. Just sprinkle it in instead of out the bottle. And the trouble is, it sticks in the bloody cap because it goes like water after a while. If you leave dry caustic soda in there, it just seems to turn to water for some reason. But anyway, that's that. Go now. Let's let that go now, and we'll we'll take it out once it's finished doing its thing. Paint looks like it's coming off alright. Okay guys, as you know, one of these doors, it's this one here. If you look, you see that? See that crack? You see it better from that side. So we've got to repair this, and the stuff I've got is this stuff here. Epoxy, rapid steel. It's cheap enough to buy. Less than £3, I think, £2 something, with free postage or something stupid like that, off of eBay. Don't ask me where, anybody, just go and look for yourselves. Just type in epoxy mix or whatever it is. That's all I've done. Epoxy resin, and then you'll see loads of them come up. Right, so we just want a little tiny bit of this. I don't want very much because it's that'll do. I don't want to use too much because it's only for that little crack. Bit of that's the old resin, and then you just want a bit of the actual hardener to go on. Oh blimey, it's all coming out here, that. About the same, 50-50. Give that a mix. And all I've got is a bit of plastic tubing stuff, like from one of them earbud things, and I've just cut the buds off. So you just mix it up like that, so it's all one dark grey colour, and then put it on. Oh, wrong door. Huh. Put it on the right door, the proper door, the one that's broke, just like that. Don't need a lot, and just put it on there like that. And see, I still made too much there, let's say. That's all you need. And I'll tell you what, this goes really hard. It goes off like bloody concrete, I ain't joking. Right, so we'll let that harden up. Leave that be now. Once that's all hardened up, we can sand all the excess off. Well, I'll stand it up like that. There is a couple of marks on this one actually I could fill up. There is another way you can do this, because Martin did say on one of his videos he uses super glue. Well, there is another way. There's I'm using this now because I've got some left over. But what I usually do is use the actual I don't know if any of you've used it, 5-second fix. What you shine a little torch on, that is ideal for doing stuff like this. If you've got little gaps, because you can shine the torch on it and it's, you know, it dries instantly. Not like with super glue, you've got to wait for it to harden up. This 5-second fix stuff actually dries instant. I mean, I'm just using this bit now, like I said, because I've got a bit left over, but I don't want to waste it, do I? So I mean, this will go off like metal anyway. But yeah, if you ever got any little nicks anywhere on something, try using the 5-second fix on it, and I'll tell you what, you'll think, bloody hell, why am I thought of this before? I'll show you. I've got it here somewhere. This is the stuff, and you just squirt a little bit of that on where your patch is, shine the old torch on it, and away you go. I'll tell you what, it's brilliant stuff. It's not cheap, no, it's about £3, something like that, £3.50. For not cheap, what am I on about, not dear, about £3.50 I think, something like that, for a tube of that. It lasts for ages really, but yeah, that's what I use. Yeah, so we'll let this one dry, and we'll come back once I've sanded all that down. I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll, you know, carry on from there. But I've actually done the inside, I've done the interior. I looked on Google and it's meant to be red, so I sprayed that. That's drying. Can't do a lot more at the moment. Right, as you can see, I've got it all undercoated now, and there's a little tiny bit of that mark. I filled it up, but I've rubbed it down too far, and there's just a very slight mark there, but I mean that'll cover up. It's not going to be like it was. The other side is totally smooth, and the door, I'll put that there, the door is totally perfect. You can see nothing. That's all ready for spraying. So that's the next job now. We're going to spray these doors up white, and I'm going to put the old light blue on this. It's Olympic blue I'm using, the ordinary high coat paint. So that's the next job now. Oh, in the background you can see I've actually done the seats. I've done them red like they are in the actual pictures I've seen on Google. Most of these has got red seats in, so I've sprayed them up red. So that's the seating done. And also on top of that, I've also got me little stickers on the thing on the top, so, or decals I should say. Right, let's spray these up. Right, I've got the paint up, there it is. Ford Olympic blue is the colour I'm using. I'll get the old fan going. Just putting a light coat on to start with. Just to give it a nice coating. Now, that should be enough for now. Covered it pretty nicely. Like I say, I'm not worried about that hole because that'll be covered up with the old police thing. Right, let's do the old bonnet. Do for that. And finally the boot. And that'll do for that, for now anyway. Right, I've just got the doors to do now, and got to get the other paint. Right, I'll just show you one of the doors and then I'll get on and do the other one off camera, because you don't want to look at all this. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. So I'll do this one. Quick blast. Should do. I'll get the other one done and then we'll take a look at it once it's all dried. Well, we've got it all sprayed up. I haven't lacquered it yet. I've got to do that, but before I do that, I'm going to stick this thing on the top, and I'm not going to glue any glue on around here because there's a funny old bottom on this one. Look, I'm just going to put a bit of glue on that little peg there and slotting in there. So let's do that a minute, and that'll be that job out of the way. I haven't plugged my bloody mic in again. I hope you can hear me. I'm sat pretty close to it, so you should be able to. Now that's all I want to do is tack that on, bit on there, and I'll just stick a little bit on there. I'm a bit worried about putting it on these bits, these here, because I don't want it squirting out over the edge when I push it down there, see. Right, let's slot this one in and stop it sticking to my bloody fingers. stuck to my fingers now, folks. I think I've ruined it. Well, as you can see, I have ruined it a little bit, look, but I think I'll get away with that little bit. Right, let's stick this one on the top. Get him pushed in, he's clicked in. That's not too bad. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not going to be too fussy. That back one looks a bit crooked at the end. That's where my finger's stuck to the bloody. I've got super glue on my finger. That always happens. Right, I'm going to lacquer that, and then I'm going to put these decals on here because I've printed off some. I showed you they stickers I had, but I've actually scanned them and put them as decals, and then I'll lacquer these two doors up as well. Right, let's put these put these on the doors now. These decals, things, whatchamacallits. Who cares? You know what they are. See how long they take to soak, and we'll get them put on the doors, and then I can get this one. We'll get these doors lacquered up. I'll let the decals dry on a bit first, obviously. Let the water dry out of them. They shouldn't take too long actually to come off of this. Like I said, these homemade ones, they're pretty quick. I'm going to try and get one out now. Here we go, this is where the fun starts. Because I don't bother using sponges. Here we go, I got one. Right, see if it's moving. Yes, I've done these transparent, if anybody wants to know. They're on transparent decal paper because they're only white behind anyway. I've got white doors behind, so I can get away with these being on a transparent background. And I reckon they'll look better than stickers. I'm not a fan of stickers. So there's one of them. Where's my brush gone? I've got a little brush here somewhere, folks, and I've not took it out. There it is. Just to brush off the actual excess water, which it has done. And there you see, there's one of them. Better than any old stickers. Right, let's do the other one. Get most of that water out of the way because there's too much out there. Careful. There's the other one. He looks pretty good actually. That looks nigh on. Perfect. Maybe not. There. I think that's about. Is that far enough back that way? That'll do it, I think. There. Much cleaner finish. Much cleaner finish than bloody old stickers. Who wants stickers? So there. I'll get they sorted, get they all bloody lacquered over, Once they dry, I let them dry a bit first, and then that will seal them in. And the next job after this, folks, would be putting all this back together. I've got the old bits there, look. So that'll be the next job, putting everything back as it was. Right then, here we go. I've got a bit carried away with this one again, folks. I've put the old number plate on the back. It looks a bit small, but well, that's the only ones I had. So I've done the back lights, I've done the engine and the grille. So all we've got to do is put this sucker back together. Right, glass first. As always, glass, 99% of the time, the glass is always the first part to go in. Anybody restoring anything, you always find the glass is the last to come out and first to go in. Put your bonnet in there like that. I better get my glasses case in case I gotta put it down. The old boot just clips in like that. Well, he'll hang there like that, he'll be right. And then you got the old steering, what's I talking about? Your interior, put that in, and the doors will clip in like this, if I can get it right. Might be easier actually if I just put them in like that. I'll put that in after. I have done it with this in before, but I'm trying to show you lot as well. It was a bit awkward doing it that way. If you've got it in your hands, you can do it, you know. See, this is the trouble, see, there, right. And then you shut your doors up a little bit. Saying that, don't want to shut now. Just leave it like that for a minute. To get our back piece to fold over onto that, and then it's just a case putting the old screw in the front. That's about it. I'll get them doors open. I want them to set a bit more yet before I fully close these doors up, because it's only had a day to harden up, if you know what I mean. So I want it to harden up a lot more before I actually try to shut these properly. Do that screw up a bit more in a minute. Well, there you go. We've got our police car, Panda car, whatever you want to call it, back together. Boot opening alright. Yep, everything's working fine. The doors, like I said, I want this paint to actually shrink a bit more. I'm caught a bit now already, let's see. So I want to let this paint shrink back a bit more before I actually try to shut these doors properly. I did fold these back slightly, so I'm going to leave them open for now. I'll just leave them like that, because I don't want to ruin the bloody thing before, you know, seeing it's all finished now. That's usually what happens. You end up ruining the bloody things, trying to run before you can jump, so as to say. But there you go. We'll look at that on the old turntable, and that'll be another one rescued. Okay, folks. Well, if you remember, this is what we started with this one, the old Dinky Ford Escort Panda car, which is what it is meant to be. And I think Mr. Hulley might have customised this one himself, actually. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ian, but you didn't do a bad job of it, actually. but it's I think it's gone past its sell by date now, and I want to put it back to its originality as the Panda car. So anyway, I ripped off the vinyl roof. That was quite a good idea actually, what you use for that. And I did find the actual thing on the top, which you sent with all the other bits. Anyway, after doing a bit of restoration on it, this is what we ended up with. Nice light, well, Olympic blue I used for the colour, back to the blue colour, and the white doors. Got the old police markings on it again. New number plates. They're not the right size, but you know, it's the best I could do really. I had them in the box, so I thought, well, I'll use them. And here it is with all the doors and the bonnet shut. The interior has been repainted back to the red. I think it was meant to be red in most of these. I'm not sure if it was in this one to start with, but anyway, I put it back to the colour I saw on Google. So yeah, I've kept the original windscreen because there was only a slight little crack in there, by the steering wheel there, if you can see it. And all the decals are all homemade. And also, there, as you can see, I made a box for it. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please watch again. Like, subscribe, whatever, you know. I'll be back again next week with another one. So until then, it's bye bye from me. Bye bye.